Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an update on my no foundation. And as you know, about over a month ago, I decided to stop wearing foundation. So it was a difficult decision to make, but I did it anyway. And I just wanted to update you on how I was doing. So I came into my living room because I wanted to film with daylight so that you could basically see my skin a little bit better. And what can I say and where do I start? It's been a tough, let's say, journey, because if you're used to wearing foundation, you know that it's like a safety blanket for you, for many of us, and it was for me. And basically, I wasn't in control of the situation anymore, so I didn't realize how much foundation I was putting on to cover something that was like just minimal scarring or minimal hyperpigmentation. And you know, I've learned to modify that amount of foundation. And what better time to do it than summertime? Because summertime, you know, you want to wear less. So if this were winter, I think I would have more difficulty. So what I do basically is, what I've been doing throughout the whole month and stuff, is wearing concealer, of course, because I cannot go, well, I can go somewhere with concealer, without concealer, sorry, but you know, concealer just makes you look more bright and awake. So I deprive myself of this, and I just wear either the MAC Studio Finish Concealer or my Collection 2000 in Light, and I still haven't finished it. So until I finish this, I'm not going to buy anything else. I have this and the MAC one, and underneath maybe a corrector sometimes, but I don't really need it because I don't have a lot of bags under my eyes. And what has really helped me throughout these days is that this Photo Ready concealer by Revlon in 2, I believe, light, and it's exactly the same color as my skin. So even if I like put put a stripe down, you can like barely see it. So what I do is I just put this directly on the spots where I see some redness, and then blend it in with a dual fiber brush or just my fingers, and that's it really. So that's what I have on today. There are still some imperfections under my chin. I don't know why. It's difficult for them to go away, and so that's what I do. I have some hyperpigmentation here, especially now that it's sunny. I just dab on some here because there's like a darker spot here, and that's it really. That's like what I do. And what else do I do? That's it. Yeah, that's. Oh, on my cheeks I have Vintage Rose cream color base by MAC. And of course you want to wear something on your cheeks. And I don't need any highlighter or anything. As you can see, I'm nice and dewy because my skin has gotten back its original form, let's say, which I really don't need anything. If you don't apply much foundation, your skin is gonna breathe and is gonna be luminous. And I was complaining all the time that my skin was so not luminous. It was so dull, so like blah. And well, no kidding, because I was like packing on the products. So, you know, this is my natural skin. And I didn't put any highlighter. I just put on some cream blush and that concealer, which is amazing. Now, you don't have to buy that one. This one is just the exact same, whoops. This one is like the exact same color of my skin, but I'm sure there's like, I heard there's a Clé de Peau that is better than this, but hey, you know, this does it for me. It does tend to cling a bit on the dry spots that you have, but I mean, since I don't wear much anyways, this is just gonna do for now, and I love it. And it's such, what can I say, it's just such a relief not wearing anything all the time. And yesterday I had a full day of work, and I had to work with people face to face all day long. So I decided to wear foundation, and the foundation that I wore was my MAC long wear foundation. And oh my gosh, you can see the difference, of course. As soon as you apply that foundation, my skin looked like porcelain. But you know, then there's a problem when you get used to that perfect kind of finish, because it's not really natural, and you do look beautiful. I did look beautiful, but you know, that I was getting used to that kind of look, and you don't appreciate what you can do with makeup every day if you look like a doll every day. So now that I don't wear makeup and I accept who I am and my skin, I appreciate when I put foundation. I say, wow, but I keep it for like special occasions, or maybe in the evening when it's not that hot, or if I'm going to a dinner or something, then I apply a little bit. But I've seen that the amount of foundation that I apply is way less than what I used to, way less. So I had to kind of like put on the brakes a bit with my foundation so that I can find, so I was able to find my balance again, because when something controls you, then there's like a problem, and foundation was controlling me, controlling my image, and I didn't realize it. So that's kind of dangerous, and I get kind of scared when that happens. And it's good if you realize it, and I realized it, so you know, I'm happy that I did, and I'm not going to stop wearing foundation like I told you. Right now I'm using foundation only for special occasions, and then this every day, and then when I'm going to start going to the beach, I'm not going to wear this every day, of course, because you don't wear makeup to the beach at all. And what I've been doing is I've been concentrating on my eyes, because when you stop wearing foundation, and when you stop wearing that, having that porcelain kind of skin and doll look, people start saying, gosh, you look so tired, or have you been working a lot? And even my students are like, what's wrong, teacher? I'm like, nothing. So then I started getting self-conscious again, and I said, well, maybe, you know, not wearing foundation just is not for me. Maybe I'm like a foundation woman. And then I started doubting and questioning again my decision. And then I said, no, I have to continue, because I've made everyone get used to that doll kind of look. So everybody's used to it. And when you're so drastic in your changes, of course people notice. So what I've done is that I've kept my face procedure, let's say routine, very simple. I continue just wearing a little bit of this, but if you don't put makeup on your eyes, you're gonna look tired, of course, because I always wore makeup and like the whole big thing, the whole works really. But what happened is that when you don't wear foundation, at least this is what happened to me, you kind of don't feel like wearing, first of all, powder products. I don't feel like putting powder on my skin, because it makes it dull. No matter what, your skin, at least my skin, I'm always talking for myself, my skin has a natural kind of glow, and so when you put powder, even powder blush, it's not the same. So I stayed clear of that, and you don't feel though like wearing a lot like on your eyes if your skin is not, because if your skin is not perfect, you know, you can do your eyes all you want, but it's never gonna look as good as when you have foundation on. But what you need to do, and this is what I've been trying to do, is that not cover what you have, but work on what you have so that it shines. And when you do wear eye makeup, it only makes it nicer and better. So I've kind of worked on my eyes a little bit more, and but I don't wear dark colors anymore without foundation, because everything is more luminous, everything is more natural. My colors shine through my skin. And so on my lids, I've been using, I think, like All That Glitters, Naked Lunch, or Bare Study Paint Pot, or this other one from Benefit, which is Leggy, I think it's called, and a nice highlight on the brow bone, fixing my eyebrows. I always have my hair up in the bun now because it's like really hot. So everything kind of lifts, nothing underneath my eye, otherwise it's just gonna melt off. And I do have concealer on, and I don't want that dark eyeshadow or mascara or whatever to fall on my concealer because I don't put powder under. So, you know, it just makes me not want to use dark colors on my eyes. Then in the evening, if I do apply some foundation, then I darken my eyes. But everything has to be luminous and concentrating on the top, not anything on the bottom, especially in these long summer months, hot. What I did do is I bought the new BB cream. This is the new BB cream, not the one that you see all over internet and that many people really complained that it was just too greasy. And it was too greasy for me too, because it was just, I don't know, like, it was a beautiful effect, but I think it's good for people who have dry skin. But what I bought, this is the new one for combination to oily skin, and I really like, I liked this. I was so excited when I bought it, but on my skin, I don't know, anything I put on my skin now, it just makes it look dull. Even this is supposed to, you know, give you shine, give you just a natural effect. It's not natural at all, because I actually, the other one for normal to dry skin, it has a more natural effect on me, but it's too oily. So I like this. I used it for a few days and I liked the evenness that it gave my face. I liked it a lot, and I bought the light to medium, and it's still dark for me. But now, as you can see, probably I'm getting a tan, and you can see I'm not wearing a watch, but you can see the difference because it's always sunny here now. So I am going to use this maybe during the summer months instead of foundation, because it's great. It doesn't make you shiny and stuff, but nothing beats just bare skin like I'm doing now. So this is the product that I'm going to use instead of foundation. Of course, I love foundation, and it's been like a big sacrifice for me, but it was controlling me, and that's not good. When anything controls you, cigarettes, alcohol, a man, makeup is just not good. And with this also, I started just questioning my decisions and why I've gotten to this point. And so with the beginning of this new phase in my life of not wanting to wear foundation and not being dependent on foundation, I thought about many things and my decisions, and my decision to stop wearing foundation, and I questioned myself, how did I get to this point? What am I doing that, you know, I want to hide with like a mask? And makeup is wonderful. Makeup is fun. It's light, it's young, it's just an amazing thing for women. So how did me and many other women transform this into being a mask, and also in taking so much money away from us? Like, it's when everything is an obsession, it's wrong. And I started questioning myself about all these things, you know, because I spent all my money on makeup and appearing with a face that really wasn't mine, with perfection, and perfection doesn't really exist. And so when you take off this mask, that's the real you know, like, and I don't want people to tell me, you look tired, because they're used to seeing me with like this perfect doll look, because that's not reality. So I don't know, I'm like going through this phase of like questioning and trying to understand, really. So taking off this mask at the end of the day was not, I wasn't happy with it anymore, because it wasn't me. So like I would maybe do surgery in the future, but surgery modifies who you are. And if like you have a breast augmentation or reduction, it's not really you. Or you fix your nose, it's not really you. And I think we're each special with what we have, even if like we're a little bit overweight, like I am. Well, more overweight than normal, but you know, it's all about accepting who you are. So anyway, to make a long story short, because this is already really long, it all started with the foundation. Then one day I was in my house and I remembered that I had a book that my mom bought me like 3 years ago in Montreal, and she brought it back from Montreal for me to read because her best friend in Montreal gave it to her. Actually, it was a gift from her for me, because me and her son were a little like friends when we were young, like I don't know, 6, 7 years old. And of course now we have our separate lives, but our mothers are still best friends. My mother lives here and the other one lives in Montreal. So anyway, she gave me this book, which is called Imparfait, Libre et Heureux. And it's by Christophe André, and it's obviously Pratique de l'estime de soi. So basically it's called imperfect, so not perfect, free and happy. And the practices, if you want, of self-esteem. And the author is Christophe André. He's a psychiatrist at the Sainte Anne Hospital in Paris, and he's written many books. Anyway, I had this beautiful cute little book with this cute little bear. He looks like Winnie the Pooh or something, and I had it sitting on my desk for so long, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I had some sort of like an illumination, and I started reading it. And I can't tell you how wonderful this book is, and it teaches you so much on how to have self-esteem. And I won't go in it because it's as thick as hell, and as you can see, this is my bookmark, and this is how much I read, and this is how much I have to read. And sometimes I read pages when I'm reading it two times or 3 times to really grasp what they're saying, because I think we can all learn from having, I think we should all have more self-esteem, and none of us do. And I say this because of what I'm reading, not because I'm some kind of expert. And I'm the #1 person who doesn't have a good relationship with myself and self-esteem. And something that brought this out was foundation. And so it's awesome. It's so full of information. It's interesting. It's something to constantly read. Maybe you read it once and then after a while you read it again, because I think you learn, if you only read it once, it's just not enough. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, because probably I can do a whole other video on self-esteem and this book and the author, who I find is amazing. So that's my little update. I hope you appreciate it, and I will always be sincere with you and show you like my true colors and stuff. And I'm glad I took off this safety blanket, but it's a constant struggle every day. Just like being an alcoholic, really, just like depending on anything. So the urge, every day I have the urge to put on foundation. When I do wear foundation on those special days, I feel so like calm and just happy. It's just very happy. But we have to control everything that we do. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now, and thank you again, and I'll be back soon. Bye.